What's up guys, Darkdally here, playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, and today I finally want to have a look at the H&K 416, which comes in the Rainbow Six Siege Ghost Pack, which includes a few other things. It also includes, what does it come with, guys? It comes with a costume, and I just bought it for the weapon. I'm not sure what all comes in the Ghost Pack. If you buy the Rainbow Six pack, you're buying it for the 416. That's the cool stuff. That's the good stuff right there. Oh, it also comes with that wrap shamrock that goes over your head. I believe one of my teammates is actually wearing it. Let's come over here and see. That was pretty cool. Yeah, right here she's wearing it. Yeah, Weaver. So, all right. So anyway, this comes with the Rainbow Six Siege Ghost Pack, which costs, I believe, 2,800 credits. And this is a weapon I've really been waiting for, and I've been wanting to test it. Today we're going to test it the way I usually test. We're going to do a short little bullet drop thing here, see how its bullets drop. I want to do a little bit of accuracy testing, and then we're going to do some gameplay with it, both damage versus an equivalent rifle, and also, if I have time, maybe hit up a base and see how it works in close quarters. All right, so let's have a look-see at it here. Now, I did have one viewer ask me what camo I'm using on it. I'm using the British MTP camo, which comes from the new loot crates in the new update. And then I colored the scope, the suppressor black, and I colored the magazine brown. I like this camo. It's not too bright, too loud like some of the others, and it kind of goes with a little bit of everything. I imagine it go really good with like Trappic multicam. All right, so the first thing I want to do is compare bullet drop at 250 meters. If you haven't seen my compilation graphic I've made of the assault rifles bullet drop at 250 meters, I'll put that on screen now. That's not all of them, but you can see they started hitting so close, I kind of just stopped making the graph. So we're just kind of doing this on a case-by-case basis now to see what rifle compares with what. Now right here I'm comparing it with the AUG A3. I figure let's start with the best. The AUG A3 is the most accurate over-range assault rifle. Let's see if the 416 can come close to it. I'm really excited, by the way, to have this weapon in the game. I've been wanting this for so long. So let's get up here to 250 meters. We're just going to fire a shot with each. We already know that the AUG is going to hit the highest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the AUG, and we're going to scope in, make sure it's on single shot. I already do know, I've done a little bit of preliminary testing. I do know the AUG A3 is still the highest hitting. So we'll know it's the highest bullet on the wall. Also, it's going to line up exactly where it was on the chart. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I don't have to rescope back in and see my scope is already zoomed right where it should be. Let's go ahead and pull up a drone and see where this hits in relation to the AUG A3. Just kind of curious, how accurate is this over range? Wow, that's pretty darn accurate. That looks like about... now, this is the rifle equipped with a long barrel and a rangefinder. Now, I'll show you why I don't like to run this rifle with a long barrel here in a moment. I just want to see its maximum effective accuracy over, several hundred meters, and that's not far off. That looks like about ACR territory. But let's go see here real quick, guys. Let's find us an ACR. That looks like about where that one hit. All right, so we got the ACR here in our other hand. Let's just double check and make sure everything's the same. Let's see. Long barrel, rangefinder, same scope. Yeah, those are going to be the things that affect the bullet drop over range. So let's go ahead and grab the ACR out. I have a feeling there's going to hit in a really similar place here. There we go. Let's go see. And then we can just say that, yes, the H&K 416 hits right with the ACR and the M4. And sure enough, look at that right beside it. That was a pretty good guess, wasn't it? All right, so the H&K 416, that makes it the most accurate to date DLC weapon. No DLC weapon has had that little bullet drop over this range. So quiet little clap there for the H&K 416. Man, this is a rifle I've really been wanting. Now, here's one problem, though. If I highlight it, notice my handling. Notice my handling. Why does this rifle have zero handling? I'll show you why. This is my comment about the long barrel. You want to run... I've been running a standard barrel. I'll show you why. Now look at the handling. With the standard barrel, it compares pretty much straight across the board to the R5 RGP, except for rate of fire. This is the closest equivalent I could find. This rifle actually does not appear to be a clone of another rifle. Yeah, I know. It's a real shocker, at least according to the stats. I've gone through and modified pretty much all these rifles. I can't find one that has the same stats. It doesn't look like this is actually a clone of anything. The ACR, I mean the R5 RGP, sorry, let's go ahead and equip it, has the closest stats to the H&K 416, with the exception of maybe the 805 Bryn is also pretty close. Just has a slightly higher, whoops, I had the wrong weapon selected. Where's the 805 Bryn? I believe it did. Yeah, it's also fairly close, but it's, yeah. The 416 in this game really does seem to be its own unique rifle. We're about to find that out. So it has the same bullet drop as the ACR, the AK-47, and the M4A1 as shown on the graph, just below the AUG 3. But that's with the long barrel. I'm not running it with a long barrel. This short barrel, or sorry, this standard barrel should drop us a couple pegs on the wall, but this is the one I recommend running because I'm not sure how much, that loss of handling is going to affect you, but that looked pretty darn serious. It looked like a pretty serious loss of handling. So let's see where it's going to hit with the standard barrel, probably 2 bricks lower. Actually, it only hit about not even a brick and a half lower on the wall. That's not bad for changing a barrel out. Actually, to be quite honest, that's not a big difference. That right there is above where that hit. That's above all of the rifle's stock. So, all right, so we have an idea for the bullet drop. I just like to get an idea for it, I don't want to sit here and stand too long on that. Let's check out the sighting. Are we hitting dead center? That's always an important thing to know. Yeah, but I'm also pretty close to the building. Let's move back a ways. And then we're going to try the iron sights out too. Sometimes they get the iron sights wrong on these guys. Then we're going to do combat effectiveness tests and damage kind of comparisons. I'm doing this on extreme, by the way. That's right on. Let's check out the iron sights. I'm doing this on extreme because currently in tier 1 mode, I have the 416 leveled up to level 16, and I don't have a comparable assault rifle that's near that level. So we'll be doing it on extreme. It's the best that we can do. Let's find us some iron sights. I want to do this because sometimes weapons are off. Sometimes drastically, like in the case of the M16, that was a real shame with the iron sights. Sometimes they're off with certain scopes, but I'm not going to check every single scope. No, it hits right on just like it should with its iron sights. Let's go ahead and move on to combat effectiveness test. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running this. This is the current setup I'm using on my 416 in ghost mode. This is the weapon I'm using in ghost mode. I'm using the H&K 416 and the FN57 Blacklist are the 2 weapons that I'm using in my ghost mode playthrough. And this is how I have it set up. Let's go ahead and look at the parts here. The ACOG scope, rangefinder, standard barrel, suppressor, the M203 grenade launcher, just running a 30-round mag. If we want to talk about ghost mode for a second, I will have a video on it. The reason I'm running a 30-round mag is in ghost mode, I think that's the ideal size for the magazine because you don't want to reload before your magazine runs out because, yeah, you're wasting the rest of the bullets in that magazine. And the time you save in a 30-round magazine as opposed to reloading a 50-round magazine under fire, yeah, 30 is really all you need. This is my setup. This is what we're going to be running. And the damage comparison, we're going to be running it versus the R5 RGP because they're so close. They have like the same damage and everything. Let's make sure. Rangefinder, standard barrel, suppressor. The magazine is not the right size, however. Let's go ahead and compare these again. These should match right about up. Let's go ahead and find the 416 down here in the list. They should. I went through before this video and made sure that, yeah, look how close they are. There's just a small gap at handling and rate of fire. This is the closest rifle I could find. They actually do the same damage, or at least according to this, they do. So this is what we're going to take out. All right, so we're out here at Kwani Bravo. This is always a great place to do some convoy testing. We're going to go ahead and flag this convoy, and while this is pulling up here, I will edit this out, and I'll skip to the convoy here in just one moment. I kind of like to get an idea. What we want to do is I want to stop the convoy somewhere between 200 and 250 meters, which is probably about there. Well, I want to stop it so that's good right there. We're going to stop the convoy about there as our goal so that we may have one truck as close as 200 meters and we may have a truck as far as 250 thereabouts. And we're going to kind of, gauge the damage. All right, our convoy just came into view. Right now we are using the H&K 416. We're going to go ahead and get us a mark up on this. Let's get the stuff marked for a sync shot so we can easily stop this convoy. There we go. Now, we're going to wait till it hits about that mark there. I'm going to take the shot. I have gone through the 416 and the R5 RGP. Again, they're the closest in stats that I can find. I have gone through and replaced the suppressors with compensators simply because they're going to help with the control of the rifle a bit, and I don't need suppressors out here because I'm going to be 200 plus meters from these guys. They won't be able to hear me anyway. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to take our shot and stop our convoy. And we got stopped right on target. The front truck's going to pull ahead like it likes to do, so we're going to want to engage him pretty quick. That's about 3 shots. Try to keep track of the 4 shots. Oh, this guy's rushing us. So it's looking like 3 to 4 shots. This is pretty standard. Well, we're only at 150 meters. That was only like 2 shots. These guys have pulled up pretty close. All right, that's about 3 shots. Let's take aim at some of these farther targets here and see what we're going to get. We're going to have to aim a little higher because of bullet drop. That was only 2 shots. 2 shots. 2 shots. I got to say, this is my personal weapon of choice. It was previously the R4. This has proven to be more accurate over range. And here, even at over 200 meters, which is not normally a range you'd use an assault rifle, it's taking a maximum of 3 shots for these guys, just like the R4 did. Gotta say, I like it. I like this a lot. It's more accurate, and it seems to be doing the same kind of damage. Let's go ahead and move up and take these last 2 guys here, close quarters. And then we'll move on to the R5 RGP, see how it handles. The main difference between these 2 weapons is it's going to be that it fires much slower, has a very slow rate of fire. Just go ahead and take this last guy out. Oh, he's looking for me over there, so we're just going to come over here and... There we go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and swap over to the R5 RGP. All right, and so now we're going to take our shots with the R5, hopefully with the convoy stopped right about the same spot with the R5 equipped. Again, we got the compensator on it. Yeah, we stopped right about the same spot. Let's go ahead and see with the R5. Whoa. A little more bullet drop. Okay, 2 shots with that guy. 3. It's looking pretty close. I'd like to do this just because people want to know which rifle does the most damage. That must have been a headshot because I dropped that guy like instantly. Let's see if I can get this guy under the truck. Yep. 4 shots. I don't think that the 416 ever took 4 shots, especially at only 200 meters. I think we're going to have to move up for that one. Let's see if we can hit some of these guys back here. One thing about this weapon, because it has such a slow rate of fire, it seems to me like at range, the slow rate of fire kind of allows your sights to kind of reset a bit between shots, so you don't get quite as much climb if you fire nice and controlled. Guys, I'm really seeing it pretty comparable here, except for the fact that the 416 by this time already had this convoy clear, I believe. This is taking a little longer. Now, it could just be where the guys are hiding. So they're hiding behind the trucks. And it does seem they're taking, on average, more bullets with the R5. I think that's kind of without a doubt. Now, these are very similar weapons in real life. The H&K 416 is very similar to the AR-15 family of rifles, which includes like the M4 and such, which is what this is based off as well. The H&K 416 is a similar weapon, but in the game, we're definitely seeing much better performance, but I'm kind of shooting these guys. Again, that's why I call this a performance. I call this a combat effectiveness test and not an outright damage test, because these guys like to move in weird ways. Let's see if we can get this guy from a couple 100 meters over here. This is kind of a hard test to do. I like the 416 better. It also has... See, I took 2 more shots than that guy, and I know I'd already hit him. Okay, now they're rushing us. So that's him down. That's him down. Oh, here we go. And is that... No, that's Rebels. Okay. I saw a technical out of the corner of my eye. I was like, please be Rebels. Okay. All right, so running these guys head-to-head. I know I've already talked enough. I don't have time to really run through a base with these in this video. These are fairly similar rifles. Let's go ahead and pull the 416 back out. The 416 is a remarkable rifle. It is loosely based. It has many of the same parts as an AR-15 system rifle, like so many of the other M4 variants in this game. But it's not, I wouldn't call it, I don't think you'd call it an M4 variant. Correct me if I'm wrong. It does have some proprietary H&K parts that they are known for, such as you would also find on the G36. Why am I not finding my 416? I'm supposed to end the video showing the gun that I'm reviewing, darn it. All right, it's down here somewhere. There it is. Let's go ahead and... All right, so this is the one that I've taken over using in place of my R4, which was my favorite. This simply seems to do about the same damage. It has great accuracy over range. It has a really good rate of fire, not insanely high like the G2, but it's pretty darn good. Also, don't forget, guys, this is the gun that SEAL Team 6 was using when they killed Osama bin Laden. So more power to the H&K 416. All right, guys. So my opinion on this weapon is... I really like it. My opinion is I really like it. I do. I've started using it exclusively. It's got the right balance of everything. Just, geez, God, I don't know what is up with that long barrel and the drop and handling when you equip the long barrel. I don't know what is up with that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... actually, I never do this, guys. I swear I never do this. I've never done this once. Supposedly, if you activate tier mode, and now when I click the convoy, it'll give me more resources, I think. I've actually never done this. I'm already tier 1, so I figured it didn't matter anymore. But I could use some resources. Let's find out if this is true or not. Oh, yeah, it is. How about that? But really, I think convoys are just as easy to take in tier mode as extreme. I just wanted to try that just for the kick. Just for the shit of it. All right, guys, so my opinion. Okay. The HK416 has the same bullet drop as the ACR, the M4, and the AK-47. The ACR and the M4A1 are two very strong weapons in this game, so accuracy-wise, it's going to fall right in line with them. Damage-wise, I feel it's a bit higher. I feel it has a better rate of fire. I think it has a slower rate of fire than the M4, but I like its rate of fire. This rate of fire feels comfortable to me. I can easily pop off one bullet if I want. I can also easily do bursts, and I had no problem taking enemies at, short to short range. Medium range. I guess you can easily kill targets with 3 bullets. Yeah, I guess if you can kill a target with 3 bullets at 250 meters, then you're good. That's why this is my choice for Ghost mode. All right, guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there's anything else you want to see on this weapon, any other questions you have or whatever, or any other tests you want to see. There's a lot more stuff to come. Guys, it's been a real pleasure. I'm Darkdally. I will catch you guys next time.